Welcome to the third installment of the Beardy Beer Bro Show's DS Hidden Gem series. If you would like to win any of the games shown in our videos, well, whip out your stylus, tap the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and scribble us a little comment letting us know what your favourite DS game is and why. We will choose a winner and ship their chosen game straight to their door.
We interrupt this program for a special report. A rogue terrorist leader is reported to be planning an attack somewhere in Manhattan. Law enforcement is on high alert.
Another graphical showcase for the system making you wonder how they cram so much into one tiny cartridge is Cop the Recruit. If GTA Chinatown on the DS didn't have enough pixels for you, then this game will scratch that itch, as somehow the devs managed to cram a smooth running, 60 frame rates per second, fully explorable and realised 3D city into this game. A city that feels alive and is populated with a large amount of traffic and pedestrians. The game even has real-time weather and lots of cars for you to hijack. The gameplay is a mix of exploring, driving, and third-person shooting, and uses the handheld's features, like its mic, in some pretty interesting ways. The undercover cop story is silly, but yet still enjoyable. An absurd amount of missions and side quests will have you playing for hours. While the game may not scream hidden gem, this is a game that got overlooked by many, and that's a shame, as Brothers in Arms DS is blocky cinematic fun at its best, and features all the vehicles, explosions, gunfire, and Nazis that you would expect from the franchise. The game's cover-based shooting is fluid and fast, and mixes the core gameplay up with some explosive vehicle sections too. The rich in detail environments, great voice work, and a bombastic soundtrack really all do help to immerse you into the experience. Taking a ton of elements from the likes of Metroid, Mega Man, and Pokemon, and mixing them all together with gorgeous sprite-based art gives us Monster Tale, an extremely charming Metroidvania platformer that sees you teaming up with an adorable little creature named Chomp as you try to escape the dangerous monster world and reunite Chomp with his family, just like the team's previous effort in Henry's Hatsworth.
Good show!
The game's imaginative, well-designed world, characters, and enemies may seem more geared to a younger crowd, but that's not the case, as the gameplay can be extremely challenging with a ton to master, as you use and upgrade both your and your monster's abilities to help you unlock previously unattainable areas of the large world. The difficulty in the game comes from trying to juggle your monsters and your stamina bars effectively, and knowing what abilities and transformations will work best for each encounter. But once you master this game, it is extremely rewarding, and you will need to master the gameplay, as some of the bosses are extremely tough. I loved my time with this game. The monster designs are oddly cute yet fierce, with some Nintendo quality level sprite work, and the story with its subtle dark undertones was a nice surprise too. Probably the closest to the Yakuza series we will get on the tiny handheld is Tokyo Beatdown, a side-scrolling beat-em-up that sees you play as a member of the Beast Cops, a team of absolute nutcases that use excessive force to uphold the law. The game is charmingly goofy, and kind of feels like an old-school buddy cop show, but on steroids. It's brutally over the top, and stupidly fun because of it. But as much fun as the combat is, the game truly shines in its writing. It's stupidly charming, tongue-in-cheek, and basically just takes the piss out of video game tropes in fourth wall breaking hilarity. The gameplay is excellent face-punching fun, but this is a must-play just for the writing alone. Tokyo Beatdown is a game that will have you smiling at the visceral combat 1 minute, to bursting out laughing at the text the next.
continent soared to the sky, and the humans vanished. The world became populated with new beings, loving, caring souls.
A steampunk-inspired RPG where the world is populated by walking, talking cats and dogs should be enough to sell you on this game alone, but add the fact the gameplay is like a mix of Lilac Wars in its aerial combat and a 3D arena brawler like Power Stone for its ground combat section, mixed with a healthy dose of RPG exploration in between. In the game you play as Red, a mercenary with amnesia, and a beast of a mech suit that is not only used for traversal, but also satisfying enemy launching combat. The story is also a highlight and is split into two sections, with one focusing on conspiracy as you try to retrieve a secret file, and the second half finding out about our protagonist's past. Trust me, the less you know the better. The whole thing plays flawlessly and constantly mixes up its gameplay, feeling fresh and innovative throughout. So that's episode 3 all wrapped up. Do you want an episode 4? Or would you like me to delve deep into fully fledged reviews? Or maybe just move over to the 3DS, Nintendo Wii or another console? Why not let me know in the comments? Thank you for watching. You stay tipsy.